Hello, 4K. Welcome to Tuesday. It is December 12th today, and we have another gingerbread story. But it's not about the gingerbread man. It's about the gingerbread girl. That's a little different. Do you think the story will kind of go the same, or do you think it will go differently? Let's read and find out. And as we read, we're going to try to pay attention to things that happen at the beginning of the story and in the middle and then the ending. The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell Ernst. Look at this cool end paper, or title page rather. Look at all that candy. Which kind do you like best? Yeah, I think I like the candy canes. And there's a heart. You may remember, this is a sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp as a sly fox pretended to help him cross a river. This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. Wise means smart, using your brain. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to that devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. "Let's bake again," suggested the old man one morning. "But what if the same thing happens?" cried the old woman. "I couldn't bear the loss." "Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away," answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with many candies that they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. "She is sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. Oh, there's the gingerbread girl. You see her? She's peeking a little bit with one eye open. With the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. Sweet or not, she thought, things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop, stop!" And the little old man came running, but the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." So, we're going to stop for a second. The beginning of this story is kind of like the beginning of Gingerbread Boy, right? The old woman and the old man bake a cookie, and the cookie jumps out of the oven and runs away. It's a little bit different because it's a girl cookie. As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh-baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey, farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." Further down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite. But the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, "I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like my brother's. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." On down the path, she came upon an artist. "A masterpiece good enough to eat," the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past, laughing. "I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am one smart cookie, despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. Further along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily. Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk. But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call, Chase if you want, I'm faster than you, although you have 4 feet and I've only 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat heading their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped past, the group was soon in line with the others, hearing, You're joining the chase? The more the merrier. But no one can stop me, not hound or terrier. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Now the path ran right past a school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of cookie were heard across the playground. The gingerbread girl waved to them all as they joined the chase along with their teachers. And she sang, I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but that devious same fox? Hello, my pretty, crooned the fox. I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you across the river. Just jump onto my tail. The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper. Do I have your promise for a safe ride to share? You won't drop me or eat me. That's all I implore. The fox chuckled. I promise, my sweet little tidbit. And the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on, the fox dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. Ooh, the water is so deep. Move to my back, he insisted, thinking that this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. That's a good little girl, the fox said with a snicker. Oh my, the water's deeper now. Move to my head. Uh-oh. No sooner had he spoken those words than the gingerbread girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple-looped it around the fox's snout. Look at that, and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. You're right, she whispered in the fox's ear. I am good. The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd. And riding the fox like a bucking bronco, the gingerbread girl whizzed past, singing, He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come, follow me, I'm the gingerbread girl. We're going to stop for a second. In the middle of this story, the gingerbread girl ran away from lots of people and animals, just like the gingerbread boy, right? So the middle of the story was kind of the same. But now, I feel like it's getting different. Did the gingerbread boy tie the fox up like that and ride on him? He didn't. Let's see how this story ends. The awestruck crowd followed her all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and she measured and mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, I'll bake you some more. I'm the gingerbread girl. The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy houseful to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. Look at all the new friends they're making. Wow, they're never going to be lonely, are they? And what became of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfoxed the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl. The end. Was the end of this story the same as the gingerbread boy or different? That gingerbread girl did not get eaten by the fox, did she? She outfoxed him. That means she outsmarted him. She was smarter. Thank you for listening to our story. That was a long one, but it was a good one, right? So today on Seesaw, you'll have a couple of activities to do to show me some of your math thinking. And then for our letter work, we're going to work on letter G. You're going to practice printing capital G in your workbook. And then you can take a picture of it on Seesaw if you want to show it off and share your work. Bye-bye for now.